Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Marathon Mondays with Mal. It's Monday. I'm back at the mothership here on the production floor, and man, 1420. We're not going in it today, but listen, this is going to be one of my favorite coaches, not only because the clients, I absolutely love them. This is their third marathon, and they're like a millionth coach. They've been RVing for decades, and this is their third marathon. Triple slide, very, very custom marathon. And just what we did to take customization to the next level on 1420 is a testament to the people that work here at Marathon. And so I'm excited to show you this coach, but not today. Not today. We're actually gonna look at an X3 coming off the production floor in the next month, which I'm excited about, because Marathon, not only the H3, but the X3. So don't forget that. Converting the Prevost chassis, you know, I was just down in the desert, and we talk a lot about the Prevost chassis versus, you know, Spartan chassis or other competitors. I don't want to mention too many names, you know, here in the school locker room, but bottom line is everybody builds a nice coach. The Prevost chassis, better than y'all's. We build on the best chassis in the history of chassis, and that is why we build on the Prevost chassis. It ain't cheap, but it's the safest, most comfortable, and it retains the most value in the industry. The Prevost chassis, a Marathon conversion. Let's get it. 1421 right here. This is the next X3 from Marathon, Coach 1421. We're gonna go inside and look at what's going on with it. I'm looking at kind of the wire pull book and the spec book. So there's a lot going on in 1421 right now because it's got about less than a month, probably about 3.5 weeks before we can do a reveal video. And we're going to have a reveal video on that 1420 that we just saw, that triple slide over there. But I don't want the owners of it who are down in the desert right now, I don't want them to see it on video. I want them to experience it for themselves, and then we'll release that finale video. Let's go. Here we are inside the latest X3 from Marathon. And people were talking to me down in the desert over the last week about when are we gonna see an X? When are we gonna see an X? Here's one on the production floor right now, and it's available, you guys. Look at the size of this galley. Woo! The sink is here. Look at all this counter space. Now, granted, there's gonna be burners here, but you've got the covers for that. Look at all of this storage. When you look at the X, I've got significant more headspace than the H, and it almost seems cavernous when you walk into an X versus an H. But the reason I chose this to do this morning, this show on this X series, because I want you to be excited about this coach. It's going to be done in a month. If you are looking, if you're a current X3 owner or an H3 owner and you're thinking, maybe I'd want to go with an X, these double slides are engineered so well that there's a ton of room in these coaches. But take a look. Shane, look at all of the storage over here. Look at all of these drawers. And they're huge. Have we done that before? That's massive. Look at that. 8 drawers here. Tons of storage. These are huge too. My goodness. Look at that. Anyway, maybe because I've spent so much time lately in these H3s, but that is a ton of storage in your galley. Okay, as you know, L-shaped dinette. This guy's gonna come out 13 inches to provide extra space for the seating. And one of the things, because the cushions are not on right now, you can see the storage behind here, how much storage is gonna be behind that element right there. Now there's not storage back here because this is the dinette portion that slides out. But in our dinettes, you've got storage above and below. You got 3 drawers down there and 4 cubbies up there. So lots of storage in here. One of the things we've seen in most of the marathons is the double Fisher-Paykel drawer. Take a look at this for the refrigerator. This is a single opening. This is still Fisher Paykel. Isn't that beautiful? One of the things that I like to look at when I look at a refrigerator freezer is how bright they are. I don't like it dark. For some reason, I felt like the Sub-Zeros, which there's a lot of coaches out there with Sub-Zero refrigerators. They're really great because Sub-Zeros are customizable, but I like bright LEDs when it comes to the brightness of the coach. And just when you think there's not enough storage with all of those drawers above and below at the galley, look at these pullouts. These are 12-inch wide by, each one of these is 18 inches long, 18 by 12s, and you've got 7 of them. Fully adjustable too, so if you want to adjust it for your Keurig, you can put a Keurig in there and have it pre-plumbed with the wiring, or cereal boxes, larger dimension. All right, let's move into here. As you can see, we're still in construction, but you can actually see the guts and the glory of the water closet. On the curbside, you've got the commode and the sink in there. Coach 1421 has a beautiful shower. Take a look at this. You've got solid surface and tile work with a pocket glass door, not a swinging door. That's a pocket glass door, so it doesn't swing into the hallway. Why is that important? Because getting in and out can be wonky and like, oh, I'm opening it, but I need to go over here first and then open. Pocket door, boom, right there with the push of a button. Fantastic. And a pocket door that closes that off, and a pocket door that closes this off. Linen cabinet, 7 more right there. Big old closet. I looked at this earlier before we went live. Big old closet. Here's another thing that just caught my eye, Shane, about this coach. It's not two-tone. One of the things that we've been doing in a lot of our coaches is one color here, one color down here. In this coach, it's the same. The only thing that breaks it up is that countertop is white, and that is cool. So it's kind of a taupe walls and cabinetry, not two-tone. Very, very classy. Dig it. Get me a shovel because I dig it. Tons of storage over here too. I guess that's going to be the name of today's show, Tons of Storage. Very fantastic. The X3, you guys, there's a lot of people that love the X. I do too. When I was, I'm going to say studying, sounds like I was at school. When I was studying to take the commercial driver's license, Dave Bash, our good friend and now a retired tech, walked me through a lot on the X, and I drove a lot of X. And then I eventually took the commercial driver's license test on the X3. Up in the rear, and you'll remember we moved all the electronics, some of them ventilated properly under the bed, but look at all of the storage that gets achieved when you move it away. Gosh, it's deep. Look at that. Yeah. This you can never say that this coach doesn't have enough storage, because there's closets, there's shirt closets, there's this closet that I'm standing in, there's the closet behind Shane that we already looked at, washer dryer right here. You've got the 1-foot hanger for long hangs. You've got the dog leg here. That's a good 4 feet. All those drawers, all of this storage is just fantastic. TVs are down. Cockpit. If you haven't seen the X3 Cockpit from Marathon, additional cup holders on that driver's side, the driver's side elbow. But one of the things that Marathon did, and of course this is not completed, but everything is, instead of going like this in that classic Mercedes 80s look, it's now straight across. So you've got this here, and you've got the 2 screens here. And of course, I'm sitting in a heated and ventilated seat. And of course, the X3 snack tray has always been superior to the H until H got caught up. Now both of them have the proper cabinet in my opinion, but also you're gonna have this right here, which is the co-pilot seat, which swivels around to become part of your salon, which is excellent because you have a recliner there, the occasional table, and then this co-pilot seat swivels around to become part of your living quarters when you are entertaining people. Double slide X3, fantastic. Coach 1421. This coach is available. MalW, M-A-L-W at marathoncoach.com. Let me be your salesman. Let me sell you this coach. Let's upgrade you. If you're in anything, whether it be a Newmar product, a Newell product, a Marathon, or another converter, reach out to me. Let's get you into this. This is a fantastic coach, and it's going to be ready in the next 3 to 4 weeks. MalW, M-A-L-W, if I can spell that right, at marathoncoach.com. Be yourself and do good things. Quite frankly, my schedule this time of year is nuts. I'm going to be down in the desert next Monday. I don't even think Shane knows that yet. I don't think Abigail knows that either. They say no. I'm going to be back down in the desert, probably with another coach. Be yourself and do good things. I'm going to get out of here just for the day, though. See ya. I was going to take my shoes off, but I got to show you the money socks. You know what the money socks means? It means buy a marathon.